often as a manager, you make decisions to engage consultants or to ask your people to participate in offsite sessions, et cetera, et cetera. And the first reaction you generally get is one of, eyes rolling back into heads and, the long sigh and so on and so forth, which was essentially when we started the process with Blueprint. Typically the reaction I received from my 5 or 6 key executives here. But I will say that after a number of weeks of working with Ian and Ken, there wasn't a single person at Deluxe who didn't think the exercise was worthwhile. We got everything out of it that we had hoped we could, and then some. We learned a lot about ourselves, and certainly the investment that we made in the process was absolutely and completely worthwhile, and quite satisfying. Working with you two characters was certainly a plus, and we had a good time, and it was engaging, and we came up with 3 great words that we're now using inside our organization. So the outcome for us was very, very positive. The reaction from our 125 employees at this location was positive. We've also kind of reinfused our staff with the concept of innovation, which is certainly something that we needed to draw out of this exercise. And we have a innovation competition going on right now in our Toronto location, and the results of that will be completed sometime by the end of May. So clients are getting it, employees are getting it, and it certainly has become a new rallying cry for us, certainly at Deluxe Toronto. So it's been very, very positive. I think, as you recall, the first time I contacted you, it was because of my concern over our sales executives sounding just like our competitors. And originally when we began the Blueprint process, we really wanted to find a way to differentiate our sales patter and our communication and our general information about the company, and find a different way to express our competitive advantages here at Deluxe, and we certainly accomplished that. The side benefit was that we've been able to use our Blueprint as a way in which we could bring together all other departments inside our organization. And that was a big surprise for me, because I now have my salespeople talking and using a similar language, and ironically our engineering folks are now using that same language. So from that perspective, it certainly has helped pull together a number of different, well, actually all the departments inside of Deluxe Post-Production. I think the first impact was that they really appreciated the exercise. As I said at the outset, typically when the consultants come in, employees start rolling their eyes. We've all been through numbers of meetings throughout our careers, off-sites that at the end of 2 days it's just sometimes a waste of time. And I think probably the biggest surprise for me was how much my senior guys appreciated the exercise. It became competitive, it was intellectual, it was challenging, it was stimulating, and it was fun. It's easy with Ian and Ken sitting right here to say that they are great facilitators, and they are. The meetings were something we all wound up looking forward to, and for me that was probably the biggest surprise. And since then, in fact, some of my key guys have asked when we're going to do it again. So I think this is, I can't say that we need a new Blueprint every year, but certainly getting our 5 or 6 key executives together from across Canada and New York to participate in this kind of outside of the box thinking certainly was stimulating for us, and very much a pleasant surprise. It was a very, very worthwhile exercise for us, and frankly, money well spent. I can't say that I've always felt that way in dealing with consultants, because there's always that tinge of disappointment somewhere. But I look forward to the opportunity of working with Blueprint again, and certainly would highly recommend their services. And this, as an exercise, is very worthwhile for any company that's struggling with not only sales messaging, but trying to find a message to bring together all parts of your business. A very, very worthwhile exercise.